My adopted daughter who was so jealous towards my real kids that she became obsessed and tried to hurt them. I remember the day like it was yesterday. It was raining outside, a gentle drizzle tapping against the windows. My daughter Emily, 16, stood in the kitchen wringing her hands nervously while her younger brother, Josh, hovered behind her. There was something serious in their eyes. The kind of look children only wear when they've rehearsed what they want to say 100 times. "Mom," Emily began, "we need to talk to you and Dad." I put down the dish I was drying. My husband, Daniel, looked up from his laptop at the table. "What is it?" I asked, wiping my hands on a towel. Josh stepped forward, voice shaking with urgency. "It's about Mia." Mia, Emily's best friend. She'd been part of our lives for years. Always polite, always quiet. She came over after school, stayed for dinners, sometimes spent the weekend when things at her house got bad. I knew her mother was barely present. There were whispers of boyfriends, drugs, and neglect. She's not safe at home," Emily continued. "She called me last night crying. Her mom disappeared again. No food, no electricity. She hasn't been in school. Please, we can't leave her there." Daniel leaned back in his chair. "What exactly are you asking?" "We want to adopt her," Josh said. "For real. Make her our sister." I stared at them. They looked desperate, sincere. And my heart broke just a little. I'd always pitied Mia's circumstances, but this? It was a leap. I glanced at Daniel. He raised his eyebrows, silent, thinking. "Can she stay here for a few days? Just until we figure things out?" I asked. Emily grabbed my hand. "Thank you, Mom." "Thank you." Mia moved in that evening. She arrived with one duffel bag and eyes so hollow they made me wince. She barely spoke, offering a shy thank you as she stepped into our home. I set her up in the guest room. She didn't complain. She never asked for anything. If anything, she seemed too perfect. She helped with dishes, folded laundry without being asked, complimented every meal I made. Daniel and I exchanged notes. This girl, so quiet, so helpful, was like a dream. Emily and Josh were thrilled. The three of them spent hours together. Homework, movies, games. For a while it felt good. Like we'd done the right thing. After 3 months, we started the legal process to become Mia's guardians. Her mother hadn't returned. No one could find her. Social services agreed to let us foster her officially. Mia was delighted, or at least as delighted as she ever let herself seem. I started introducing her as my third child. It started small. Things most parents might overlook. Emily lost a necklace. One I gave her for her birthday. We searched everywhere. Mia helped too, she was very helpful. But a week later I saw it around Mia's neck. "Where did you get that?" I asked gently. "Oh," she blinked. "Emily gave it to me. She said I could have it." Emily denied it, confused. Mia shrugged. "Maybe she forgot." Emily didn't push it. But I made a note. Then Josh's soccer cleats went missing, found weeks later in Mia's closet. Her excuse, she borrowed them for gym. But Josh's name was written inside. Mia insisted it was a misunderstanding. Misunderstandings piled up. But every time I confronted her, she looked at me with those wide, wounded eyes. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset anyone." Mia began mimicking Emily. First it was the clothes. She started dressing like her. Same color schemes, same hairstyles. Then the hobbies. Mia hated painting. But suddenly she was painting every afternoon just like Emily. She copied Emily's handwriting. Her speech patterns. Even her laugh. When Emily cut her hair into a bob, Mia did the same. The next day, Emily came to me one night, her voice trembling. "I feel like I'm being erased." I didn't know what to say. Daniel tried to chalk it up to admiration. "She just wants to belong." But it was more than that. Mia wasn't just copying, she was competing. And she was subtle. Always denying, always innocent. Until she wasn't. The night everything shifted, we were having dinner. Emily was excited. She'd been chosen to lead her school's science team. She'd worked hard for it. We were proud. Mia smiled. "That's great. But didn't your teacher say you only got it because Rachel dropped out?" Emily blinked. "No, she didn't." "Oh." Mia giggled. Maybe I misheard. But the damage was done. Later that week I caught her alone in the bathroom, whispering into Emily's phone. I didn't say anything then, I just started checking the logs. Mia had been messaging Emily's friends. pretending to be her, spreading lies. That was the beginning. Josh fell sick, some sort of food allergy. He swore he didn't eat anything strange. Emily found the peanut butter jar open in Mia's room. Josh is allergic to peanuts. We confronted Mia. She cried. I didn't know he was allergic. I just like peanut butter. But Mia was there the night we rushed Josh to the ER. He knew. Emily came to me in the middle of the night. Mom, I don't think she just wants to be part of our family. I think she wants to replace us. I didn't want to believe it. But the pattern was undeniable. Then Emily's college acceptance letter went missing. We found it torn up in the trash bin in Mia's room. Daniel and I sat Mia down. We showed her the letter. The messages. The things she said to Emily's friends. She didn't deny it this time. I just wanted what she had, she said softly. Why does she get everything? A real family? A future? I was nothing before you took me in. And you were all mine. Until she made me feel invisible again. My heart shattered. Daniel's voice was firm. You need help, Mia. And you can't stay here. Not after this. He screamed. Apologized. I cried. But we made the call. Mia was removed from our care. Placed in a treatment facility for teens dealing with trauma and behavioral issues. We visited at first. Wrote letters. Tried to stay hopeful. But Mia didn't change. Her final message to us, handwritten, folded in a perfect square, said, You'll miss me. One day you'll wish I'd succeeded. It's been 3 years. Emily's in college now. Josh is finishing high school. Our family is still recovering. But we're stronger. We tried to help someone and we still believe that was the right thing to do. But sometimes love isn't enough to fix someone. Especially when they don't want to be fixed. I still think about Mia. The girl my children brought home. The girl who wanted to belong so badly she nearly destroyed the very thing she craved. But I also think about my real children. Their strength. Their love. The way they protected each other. And I know we did the right thing. Even if it almost broke us. Update. After Mia left, the house felt wrong. Not quieter. Not safer. Just hollow. Like the echoes of everything she touched still lingered in the air. The guest room door stayed shut. Emily refused to enter it. Josh stopped bringing friends over. At dinner, no one filled the silence with idle stories anymore. It felt like our home had become a museum, full of frozen smiles and shattered trust. I'd lie awake at night replaying her final words. One day you'll wish I'd succeeded. I didn't want to believe it, but part of me did miss her. Not the girl she became, but the girl I thought she was. The sweet, soft-spoken child who folded my laundry and called me Mom for the first time. But that version of Mia had never truly existed. She was a mask. And I'd fallen for it. Emily was the one who struggled the most. She studied me, Mom, she said one evening, her voice cracking. Like I was an experiment. And the worst part? I let her. I helped her. I brought her here. It wasn't guilt she carried. It was betrayal. And I understood. Josh became overprotective of his things. He locked his bedroom door, checked his phone obsessively, even installed a motion sensor camera outside his door. Not because he thought she'd come back, but because deep down he wasn't sure if the world was as safe as we told him it was. Daniel tried to be strong. He told us it would pass. But at night I'd find him sitting in the living room, staring at the family photo we took just before Mia moved in. He never cried. But his silence was a scream I could hear from rooms away. We started therapy. We talked about boundaries. About trust. And for a while it seemed like the worst was behind us. Until she came back. It was a Saturday. Emily had come home from college for the weekend. Josh was in the garage working on his bike. Daniel and I were sitting on the porch when the car pulled into the driveway. A sleek black car. Too expensive for a girl like Mia. And then the door opened. She stepped out in a red dress, hair curled perfectly. Makeup flawless. Taller. More confident. Like she'd rehearsed this moment 1,000 times. Mia. Daniel muttered. She smiled. Hi. Dad. I stood up, the breath caught in my chest. I've changed, she said softly. I'm in a better place now. I've been through therapy, worked on myself. I need to make things right. She handed me a letter, handwritten, sealed with gold wax. I understand if you hate me, she said. But I just want a chance to show you who I really am. Not the girl I was. Please. Just one dinner. One conversation. Emily came out just in time to see her. Her face went pale. Is this a joke? Emily hissed. She doesn't belong here. Mia's eyes filled with tears instantly. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was sick. You all said I needed help. I got help. Isn't that what you wanted? Josh appeared behind her. He didn't say a word. Just stared. Pulled. Guarded. We didn't invite her in. Not yet. But Daniel took the letter. And the seed was planted. We read the letter that night. 4 pages of apologies, promises, therapy quotes, and childhood memories spun like a fairy tale. She's rewriting history, Emily snapped. She makes herself the victim. But the words, they were convincing. Mia was good with words. She always had been. She knew how to make herself just pitiable enough. Never evil, just damaged. Tragic. Then came the packages. First, a basket of baked goods, for Josh, his favorite. Then a painting. A replica of one Emily had sold at a school auction years ago. Only this time, Mia had painted herself into it, replacing Emily in the scene. It was chilling. We blocked her number. She emailed us instead. Then she showed up at Josh's school. He called me from the bathroom, shaking. She was smiling like we were old friends. Mia's obsession became public. She posted photoshopped pictures of our family, replacing Emily's face with hers. Writing long captions about forgiveness, redemption, and how some families reject love. People started asking questions. Our neighbors, friends, even coworkers. I thought you adopted a girl. What happened? She says you abandoned her. It was a campaign. A smear effort masked as healing. He wanted attention. Or revenge. Or both. But I knew now, Mia didn't want forgiveness. She wanted control. She wanted to rewrite the story. We met with a lawyer. We gathered documentation. Therapist records. Mia's threats. The time she nearly killed Josh. And we filed for a restraining order. It was granted. But that didn't stop her. She started a blog. The Family That Forgot Me. Weekly posts. Twisted versions of our life. Pity bait for strangers. Donations. Fan messages. People telling her how brave she was. I stayed up one night reading every post. And when I was done, I shut my laptop and cried. Not because I pitied her, but because she still wanted to wear my daughter's skin. Months passed. We stopped reacting. Blocked everything. Changed emails. Installed cameras. Moved houses. Mia faded. Not because she gave up, but because we stopped giving her the thing she wanted most. Attention. The last time we heard from her was a letter addressed only to me. No return address. Just 5 words. You'll always be my mom. I didn't open it. I burned it. Because she wasn't my daughter. She was a wound we survived. And I wasn't going to let her bleed us dry again.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell if you want more contents like these again.